This week we're going to take a look at the new Silica standard and start breaking it down. The new standard rolls out into effect September 23rd. So what is silica found in? So concrete, mortars, paints, soil, a number of things. So we need to really take into consideration on our workplace and start analyzing the silica related task. So the health effects of silica dust. There's really it may go unnoticed for a numerous number of years, but it is proven silicosis causes lung disease, lung cancer, kidney disease, shortness of breath, chest pains, weakness. So basically what silicosis is, you're breathing this respirable dust, right? Concrete dust. And it's got to go somewhere. So you ingest it, it goes down into your lungs. Basically, it creates a mortar ball, right, in your lungs, and then it starts creating other problems and diseases. So how do we prevent it? We need to prevent it by a couple control measures. So as we look into the standard, new standard's 0.25 cubic meters of air per 8-hour day. So as I'm doing some air monitoring, as my OSHA is doing some air monitoring, you guys are going to be able to see those results and see the exposure limit for an 8-hour day. There's a couple ways for us to meet the exposure control measures. So it's going to be wet cutting, okay? My OSHA gives us that as an option. It's going to be vacuum, right? So using vacuums to eliminate the dust. And the third option is going to be using collective data from air sampling to see what your exposure is and to see if you're under that 0.25. So a couple activities here, masonry saws, partner saws, those might possibly have to be wet or vac. Jackhammering, those also have to be wet, or using some data saying that you're not overexposed over that 0.25. Tuck pointing, right? Tuck pointing as well. Surface grinding or any kind of grinding as well. They make shrouds with vacuums to keep those exposure limits down. So the methods is going to be every concrete related task needs a written exposure plan. So what does that mean? How are we going to eliminate the exposure of dust when we're hammer drilling, or when we're coring, or when we're cutting with a partner saw? So those are the things we're starting to put together. We'll be passing them out to you, the employees, as well. Now we got to remember, subcontractors are responsible for their own exposure plans. Every plan might be different per the task. Or is the employee outside? Is the employee inside? So those are all things we want to take into consideration. Record keeping, so we must keep records of all air monitoring completed. I've partnered up with my OSHA on this. We've done multiple air samplings. I have my own pump as well. So I'll be heading out to the field to get some data, some collective data, and see what we're exposed to. And then we can start putting our plan in place. The effective date is September 23rd. That's right around the corner. Please start reminding subcontractors to get their plans in place and practices in place before this date. That's this week's video on silica. There's going to be more to come, and have a safe week.